Hello everyone, my name is Jasmine Salcido and this is my conflict and relationship presentation. I'm going to speak about three different concepts pertaining to conflict in relationships and the different objects that I chose to represent them. So the first concept that I'm going to be talking about is collaboration, and I chose to represent this with a takeout box. This is an example of a time where my boyfriend and I couldn't agree on what to have for dinner and dessert one night. Specifically, my boyfriend wanted to eat at a specific restaurant, and I wanted to go out and grab a small bite of, something sweet after. I wasn't really feeling what my boyfriend had originally suggested for food, nor did he want to eat something sweet after. So we collaborated together and we agreed to do what we wanted instead of expecting one or the other to choose something over what they wanted to do or just to compromise. So as a result, we ate at the place that he suggested, and I was still able to get some sweet treat after. Um, this was not difficult to achieve because we both have an agreement not to argue over the small things. And we make the intention to communicate clearly and basically avoid conflict as much as we can. Um, so yeah, that was the first concept. The second concept that I chose is relational deterioration, and I chose to represent this with a graduation cap and gown. It is an example of a time where my friendships began to dissolve and kind of fade away, unfortunately. I believe that it was a combination of circumstantial differences, physical distance, changes in priorities, and changes in lifestyle that contributed to the dissolution of the relationships that I had with my friends in high school at the time. Um, there was a tension that I wasn't aware of as well, and it originated with one of my oldest friends in the group. She was a good friend of mine, but during this particular time, I was going through a lot mentally and physically, and it was all happening outside of school. Um, and she took offense that I wasn't, spending as much time with them as she probably thought I should have. Eventually, I was slowly cut off from them, which hurt a lot at the time. But currently, this relationship is in the termination stage. And to put it simply, I just, ceased trying to contact them for my own mental health, for the sake of my mental health. And I just continued on with my life. It was about 9 or 10 years ago now, so I wish them all the best, but I don't plan on rekindling these friendships at any given time in the future. So yeah, that was my second concept. And then my third concept that I'm going to talk about is relational development. So on the contrary of deterioration. And I chose to represent this with festival wristbands. This is an example of a time where I recently moved to a new city. I just got a new job. I didn't really know a lot of people where I was living at the time. And pretty much after what happened in high school, for a very long time, I just dove headfirst into work and, my studies. But at this time, I was introduced to an amazing friend group that I have right now. Um, I met them through a friend and we all bonded and we enjoyed going to raves together. Um, we formed strong bonds this way, and although we have grown and changed a lot as a group, we're all still in each other's lives, and I wouldn't have it any other way. It also taught me that the right friends will be the ones who make an effort, even if their priorities are changing or if they're busy. I know we're all busy because we're all adults now, but I would say that this relationship that I have with my friends is in the bonding stage, and I'm very thankful that it is, and that hopefully it will continue to be in the bonding stage. But yeah, so these were the three concepts that I chose to speak about, and these were the three objects that represented those concepts. So I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.